Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to release the pressure on the auxiliary so you can attach additional attachments, implements, etc. So here's the diverter valve wrench right here. So I just turn these quarter turn. They should turn pretty easy. If they don't, there's pressure in the line, so that one's not turning. So I'm going to show you how to release the pressure. Turn the key on. We're going to go into settings, machine settings, auxiliary pressure release. Press that button right there. Now the auxiliary pressure has been released. Turn the key off. Try this again. And now these hoses shouldn't require any tooling whatsoever. So if you find yourself looking for channel locks or something like that, there's pressure in the line. That's why these won't plug right in. That's what you want. Should plug in with ease, minimal effort. If you have pressure in any of these lines, these hoses included, it won't plug right in. You don't need to get hammers and beat on this stuff and all that other nonsense, because it's just going to cost you more money. We don't want that. I don't want that. You don't want that. So that's hooked in, good to go. Valves are switched, so we bypassed the thumb. Now we're putting the fluid from the machine right into the auger. Another thing you always want to check, get in a good habit, checking these pins on the quick attach. Make sure both these pins are locked in. I've seen before where someone thinks they're in and they end up grabbing up here, and it's enough pressure in there to pick the attachment off the ground, but not safe by any means. So just a once over all the time. Just, you know, hair on the side of caution. And I'll put my wrench back so we don't lose that for the next guy. And while we're right here, I'll show you the controls. You can swap from standard or ISO, or, you know, in the excavation world, cat or deer. You just twist this valve right here. That's all you do. Quarter turn. Okay, let's see. Now when you run the auger on this machine, it doesn't need full flow. So I'm going to show you. Right now it's probably at 100% of flow because we had the thumb hooked up. So you can see you're not at idle. If we rev it up, give it full throttle, where I run the machine, it's spinning pretty good. I mean, that's pretty fast to be augering holes. Settings, machine settings, auxiliary settings, and then right here, see you have A off, B 100%. So what I do is I go between the A and B. I'll set B to 20% and then run it. You know, it's slow, yes, I know that. So I'll idle, rev it up. Maybe that's a little too slow, so we'll bring it up. I think I found 40 was a good spot for this. 40%, dig your hole. Once you pull the auger out of the ground, I'm gonna dig a hole for you, show you real quick. So when you're using this auger, so I had one break. I'm not real happy about that. So when you're augering, look, just nice and slow. Keep it straight, you know, have somebody watching you side to side. You can watch it left to right. Just dig the hole. You're gonna find rocks, it's gonna do its thing. Just try to keep it straight the best you can. And just ease, light pressure. You can see it pulling down. Just follow it down, nice and slow. You know, 40%, it's a good number. It's not kicking dirt all over the place, not making an absolute mess. You're just kind of guiding down the earth. I think I'm on a rock right now. No, we're still going. So I mean, that's it. Just nice and slow. Work your way down. Find the rocks. Watch it dance around and see it stopped. Stopped on its own. So now, pull it out. Full flights. And then this is where I go back to 100%. I just tap B, 100%, and then I just clean it off. Or you can scoop it off with a shovel if you don't want to get all over somebody's lawn or whatever you're doing. But now I'll show you 100% what that does. Trying to auger. I mean, it's just. I mean, look at that. You can't do that. That's gonna make a mess. You might as well put the bucket on if you're gonna try to auger a hole at 100%. So tap A, 40%. Go back in for another one, unless you're got your depth on your first try, whatever you're doing. So, and you can feel the machine. You'll be able to feel it. You know, you'll lift the track up a little bit, but you know, ideally you don't want to put pressure on it. You don't want to lift the machine off the ground, because you know, at the end of the day, inside that metal casing, there's a hydraulic motor in there, so it's not designed for all that downward pressure and whatnot. A little pressure is okay, but see, I found something down there, rock or a root or something, but you guys get the point. Anyways, again, clean out, tap B, 100%, kind of just back and forth with the toggle. Seems to work pretty good. Then when you lay this down, I just kind of boom up, curl it in, and then just keep it off the ground. Bring the arm towards me, and sometimes, like if I'm traveling down the road or something, I'll swing over here and I'll put it on the blade. It's a little tricky because you have to really pay attention. I'm trying to keep it on the blade because you can break the teeth off. Did that once, so you know, if you want to set it on the blade like that, lift it up. Now you can travel a little bit easier. The other thing that I do is just curl it all the way in, and then you can just do that. Just travel to your next site or whatever you're doing. Yeah. So thanks, guys. Be safe. Enjoy the rental and have fun. Call me with questions. Thank you.